y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I'm back with more polishes from Never Enough. Today I have both the 3-year anniversary duo as well as the Merry monthly polish for the month of July. So I'm going to go ahead and review them together since this is going to be pretty short and sweet. These are all available right now for pre-order through July 16th. I will link Never Enough storefront and social media down below, so definitely hop on over if you're interested in any of these, and I'll go ahead and get right into the swatches. So first up, I'm going to do the Mary's Monthly. So this month is Mary's Garden of Wishes, and this is described as a purple jelly packed full of rainbow, orange, green, and clear glitters, as well as flakies in all sizes, and topped with a generous splash of linear hollow. So this one is super sparkly, very deep royal purple. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Mary's Garden of Wishes swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first coat. Again, this Never Enough brush is just absolute perfection. It fans out perfectly for me. One coat made for a nice even base color. It was still quite sheer here at one coat, so I'll go ahead and complete this coat, let it dry, and then show you how it built up for me in a second coat. So there in that first coat, you can see I did get a good amount of those glitters, especially those larger glitters. Here's a look at that second coat. I am going in a little bit thicker here, but this does pull this one completely opaque. If you go super, super thin, you may need 3, but I got a beautiful amount of depth in just 2. So here's a look at that completed mani at 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial lighting. This is going to absolutely glitter in all different types of lighting sources. Those larger glitters do make a tiny, tiny bit of texture. I do definitely recommend a nice glossy top coat to help bring out all of that holographic glitter and smooth it down just a bit. So this is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then what's more at an angle in direct sunlight. So next up is the first of the 3-year anniversary duo. This is called No Shade. It's described as a deep teal hollow with a slight chrome shift that shifts from red to pink in the shade, clear galaxy glitters, as well as a splash of orange to lime iridescent glitters. So you can see that teal shift right around the edges. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how No Shade swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first easy coat. This is pretty much a typical Never Enough polish. It does go on nice and smooth, really easy. You do get a good amount of glitters in that first coat. This does seem to have a bit of a jelly base though, so it is quite sheer. I'll go ahead and complete this coat, let it dry, and then show you how it built up for me in a second coat. So here's a look at that second coat. I am going to go in a little bit thicker with this one. That is definitely my preferred way to apply polish. 2 coats does pull this one right over the edge into being completely opaque. Again, if you go in for thinner coats, you may need 3. The shimmer chrome shift is so beautiful in this combination. It is a little bit subtle on the nail, but once it catches the light, it's absolutely gorgeous. So here's a look at that completed mani at 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath my artificial lighting. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with a glossy top coat. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then what's more at an angle again in that direct sunlight. So the other polish in the 3-year anniversary duo is All Tea, and this is described as a bright but deep purple hollow with a slight chrome shift that shifts from red to pink in the shade. You can totally see that right around the edges in this bottle shot, as well as clear galaxy glitters and a splash of orange to lime iridescent glitters. So I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how All Tea swatched on my natural nail. So here's a look at that first coat. Again, just really easy to work with. It goes on really nice, super smooth, just quite sheer here. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this coat, make sure I get all the way down to my sidewalls and closer to my cuticle, cap the tip, let it dry, and then show you how it builds up with a second coat. So here's a look at my second coat. I am going to go in thicker with this one, and this is one that's right on the edge of being completely opaque. I feel like, honestly, if you wanted to go in for 3, I think that's going to add even more depth and more of that chrome shimmer. So here's a look at the completed mani at just 2 coats before a glossy top coat underneath that artificial lighting. That chrome shift does definitely help build up the opacity really quickly. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with a glossy top coat. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then what's more at an angle in that direct sunlight. So that does wrap up my swatch and review today. If you're interested in any of these, they are available right now. I also have a swatch and review of the Winter is Here collection inspired by Game of Thrones that's also available right now. I'll link that down in the description box below. If you'd like to see more photos, I do have those available on my blog at sloppyswatches.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.